Full Battery Studios was missing one thing: merch. Well, now we have it. Go to our new merch store and Spreadshirt, so that's Full Bat Store, and buy limited edition, regular, even some channel names in there. DJ Justo, it's AuraDragoon. There's also memes, wall prints, even some new Full Bat design for the guy who wants a bit of that cool design that's not always the company. Link in the description below. Onto the video.
And I remember you said you'd never leave. You keep me alive, alive. When everything collides and falls apart, you are the one that's haunting me. I'm alive, so alive. You make.
Hey guys, AuraDragoon here, and today I just want to do this video. It's more of a talk thing. This is about CX wrestling, and mainly about the old CX wrestling, the old one, and what inspired me to reboot it entirely rather than continue it. So I was going to do like what Math Wiz does and just have these separate videos and just like do what should have happened or forget about or what could have happened or last minute title changes, but instead I'm going to actually go into detail on one entire video. Now, the first background you see here is of the first CX Wrestling's New Year's Havoc pay-per-view, which I attempted to be the first video of the year, because as I was uploading this, I didn't upload it the right way. I uploaded it as the New Year's countdown was counting down. So when it hit 0, I press upload the video, and even though I uploaded it on New Year's, when it hit 0, the video says it's uploaded on the 31st of, I think it was December 8. So says uploaded on the 31st of the 12th, where it's actually uploaded on the 1st of the 1st. So the video says it's uploaded on the 31st or the 30th or 31st of the 12th of 2017, but it's actually uploaded on the 1st of the 1st of 2018. But enough into that. Space. Yeah, I'm going to talk about what was going to happen in the old CX wrestling if it was still continuing, and some things that inspired me to just reboot the entire thing entirely. So let's get the elephant right out of the room first. The reason why I started CX wrestling. The thing that got me started CX wrestling was the whole Nate Doctor and Jake Paul Heat thing. If you haven't seen the video before it got taken down by Nate Doctor, basically Nate Doctor had an animation up where he and Jacob were talking about Jake Paul, and at the end he said, okay, let's go kill him, and I was like, you know what, I'm originally gonna have just a single match where Nate Doker and Jacob McKenna just completely destroy Jake Paul. But then, as I kept deciding, you know what? I'm going to make this an entire show, and I'm going to make it a series of show. I'm gonna start with CX Wrestling now. This is kind of being like a hot gym me because I really wanted to start my own universe mode. You can tell by my 2K17 stuff, but as you can see, there's some problems with that for my premium figure. For one, wrestlers can come and go, so meaning that some of your top stars can just be Thanos, like you should have gone for the head, and they just disintegrate to dust. So I decided to do CX wrestling with my own custom ideal wrestlers. Because if I want someone to go, they'll just go, or please, if I want someone to be there, they'll be there. Unlike with WWE 2K, where the closest team to be there is Caw, and they might be inaccurate sometimes. I mean, yeah. It's like, if you can tell by my 2K17 universe mode, I tried to plan out a Bobby Roode Austin Aries feud, but yeah, I only reached in 2 episodes. I had a Roman heel turn and everything, but it didn't work. I tried to do something similar to Aiden English in real life, that he had a singles push after he betrayed Sam Gotch, because Sam Gotch wasn't going to be in the game anymore, so I decided to write him off. But all that just kind of went to shit as soon as I decided, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. So basically, I decided to start CX Wrestling. So the good decision about was to try to start the show off with bang with 2 luchadors. Now I would do something similar to CX REBOOT CX Wrestling, but instead I would start off with 2 guys who were going to be world champion one day, rather than just, oh hey, here's these guys who only have 1% being world champion. But so I decided to start off the reboot with 2 guys who are going to be world champion regardless, even though if they're not going to be in the Fatal 8-Way. And they were the original CX Wrestling. The match to start off CX Wrestling was Playmaker versus Phoenix. Playmaker won't win that match, but it's kind of a bit weird seeing how their paths would change. Playmaker would just go downhill, even be fed to Dorgora, like, you know, the guy of the Old Gods, who, if you don't know this, are based on the Wyatt family. And while Phoenix became the first ever Cruiserweight champion, which never mind. Space Clee. Also, in the second match, which, if I can remember this correctly, it definitely had Adon in it. If it had, I don't know, but I think Adon lost. If it was not Adon, it was probably Ryan Adams. But then the main event was a bit stupid. I had the Brotherhood, which were Jake Paul, Nate, Doctor, and Jacob. Well, I had a Jacob and Nathan. Well, I had a Jacob and Nate in the first round, but when I rebooted, I had a Nate and Jacob because Nathan as the leader makes more sense. Nathan not as the leader, but Nathan in the front makes more sense since he's the one who started the team to end Jake Paul. The fact that I made the main event was stupid because it was just a long squash match. And the fun fact is, I planned to do the same with Logan Paul, but I decided last minute, no, too insensitive and too bullshittery. It's probably the reason why I so-called released Jake Paul. Which, oh yeah, by the way, hey, if you wanted to see Keith Malloy or the Vine Wolves in the CX Wrestling reboot, not gonna happen because of some bullshit that's happening. I won't get into that because my mom told me not to. Woo! If that's too much, if Mom, if you're watching this and that was too much information, that is very strict on you. But enough about my personal life. It's second episode. It's pretty much forgettable for the most part. Third episode was the first ever tag team episode, I think, where the Brotherhood took on Nick and Riley. Now, interesting how this turned out because in this series the Brotherhood will always be victorious, while in the new series, Nick and Riley were the first ever tag team champions. So then the main event of the go home show, which only had 2 matches, and the first match was Jack Townsend versus, I think it was Alexander Ross, actually. Correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong if you want to, but it's not gonna matter since the old CX Wrestling is over. The main event was me, Aiden VM Carr versus Jake Paul in a Extreme Rules match. Now, I did this just so I can get my end of the stick on beating up Jake Paul. Oh, and Jake Paul's final match was Matthew was up against Matthew. Matthew was really supposed to just hit him with brainbuster right away, but I fucked up and didn't. I forgot that it's put on the finisher. So, I put out strongly, even though it was supposed to come out weak. And now that I think about it, I should have kept Jake Paul longer so I could sort of say, even Justin had a go at kicking Jake Paul's ass, but having Jake Paul in the first place was a boneheaded decision. I mean, in fact, having Jake Paul there was a boneheaded decision, but having Jake Paul in the main event 2 times, just 2 times alone, even just 1 time, was a ludicrous decision. If I wanted to have the Jake Paul match, sure, but I would have put in the second match, if not the first match, and I probably would have had the main event me versus, say, Jack or something. But it doesn't matter anymore since, the whole it's done. And then it's been rebooted. So then the first pay-per-view, Revengeance. It's basically back when I did pay-per-views and didn't do the pre-show. First match was Jake Paul versus Orion, this was Orion's debut. Now I'm probably in the news stage. I'm going to give him a better debut because Orion is based on Undertaker, and someone like that deserves a very better debut than fucking squashing Jake Paul. And then the Intercontinental Championship match, Matthew was supposed to come out as the Intercontinental Championship champion, but there's a reason why I select the person who I don't really want to win but I'd accept to win anyway in multi-man matches rather than control players. It's because 1, I don't have all the controllers. 2, it would take too much time. And 3, if I try to select the person who I want to win the most, they have the less likeliness to win since, it's the multi-man matches are so random. And it shows here. Reggie came out on top, but I won. And the match is so random. I mean, in the new series, sure the matches were put on together unannounced, but at least they had guys who were all people who all should have been, in my opinion, should be champion. You had, in the new series, the tag team championship match had the Brotherhood. I'd have them as tag team champions. Nick and Riley, I'll have them as tag team champions. The Rampage Chaos, I'll have them as tag team champions. Then the Intercontinental Championship match, Max Carr, I definitely want him as Intercontinental champion. Max Nugger, no, not Max Nugger, I already said Max Nugger. Mark Collins, I definitely want him as Intercontinental champion. Justin, I'll have him as Intercontinental champion. Matthew, I'll have him as Intercontinental champion. Right, am I wrong from the last feed? Women's Championship. Elizabeth, definitely want her as champion. Sophia, sure. Women's champion. Relina, women's champion. Cara, women's champion. Strong showing in their second ever match. I think that was. And then a world champion. Me. I'll have myself as champion. Sure. Jane Matalingus. Champion. Levi Johnson. Champion. Hero. Champion. Jimmy Fox. Strong showing. Just in the second match ever, Keith Ventura. Champion in the second match. Let's see what else. Kyrie Reeves. Champion. Sure. If there's anyone else I forget. Montes Bloodsay. I'll have him as champion. See, whenever I had these type of matches, I usually select nowadays, and the multi-match matches I'll have probably book people who I want to have So if it's just retain a new champion, it'll be good either way. But the old series, it was just everywhere. Like, because the Intercontinental Championship match was only multi-man match, and I wish they had all had multi. Now, this is the reason why I had the first championship match is to be multi-man, because it's of the fact that making a decision will probably cause so much diversity. So Intercontinental Championship match in the old series was only multi-man, and it was just Reggie. Okay, champion, sure. Renegade, okay, sure. Leonardo Murphy, okay. Matthew, okay. But at least you see, it's kind of not as good as the four-way for the Intercontinental Championship match in the new series. I selected Max Nagoro, who I wanted to win it. It's because he had the most easiest finishes to form. And they were so quick. But Justin ended up winning it, so okay, sure. But with Matthew, he has Frog Splash and Brainbuster, which were not very fast, so yeah. So Reggie ended up winning, and then the next night I had the championship vacant because I tried to do a rematch for the championship where it's like Matthew versus Reggie, but WWE 2K's constant fuck you interference stuff, which I should really turn off, or next time they should really have an option and to make it so you can select wrestlers on allies or something, or select wrestlers that are open to interfering, but that aren't guaranteed to interfere or something like that. Kind of like what happened in the story maker in WWE games. And what else was I thinking now? Or I could have just turned it off entirely. Brock Lesnar kept on interfering. In fact, actually, when I get back home, because I'm in 9 guards right now, I should probably turn the interference thing off. But I didn't hear, so over anger, I decided to suspend Reggie and strip him off the Intercontinental Championship. And when Reggie came back, he was booked poorly. Yeah, Aiden. Book someone poorly and suspend them for taking advantage of the fact that you were an idiot. This is why you can't have nice things in first attempt. It was trial and error, but not do it and succeed. But I tried to do it and succeed, and look what I got me in the old series. I had to reboot it. Basically, Tag Team Championships, just 2v2. Brotherhood wins. Easy affair. Nowadays, probably would have been right down in the middle and just said, oh, who's going to win? It's Cruiserweight Championship. I mean, you usually sign it by a tournament, but here, I'm just signing it by a triple threat, which is pretty much Phoenix wins with the handspring clothesline, even though that's his signature, not his finisher, because I was getting desperate and trying to win it. So yeah. What else do I... Oh yeah, then... I think I may have skipped a match or something, or no, did I? I'll come back to... Then you had the main event, which was just me versus Jack for the World Heavyweight Championship. I win because it was so predictable. I mean, at least with the failed eight-way match, it was so unpredictable. I mean, when it came out of 2 guys, it was like, oh, okay, Aiden's gonna win, or if not, A11 is gonna win. But when you start a match, you don't know what the hell's gonna happen, especially when you probably all know this when it's multi-man matches. I only play as a single person. So basically, the next pay-per-view, I decided to skip a bit. Death Before Dishonor, Nick and Riley versus Brotherhood again. And I think there was also Leonard Murphy versus, I think, Renegade on the card. Leonard Murphy wins after Brock Lesnar tried to interfere. Who then became Nuke Bomb, which should be returning, I guess. After interference in the Bryan Adams match. And Leonard Murphy just decided to beat on Brock Lesnar. The interference bullshit BS is the reason why I added Brock Lesnar. Sorry for the notification. Just the interference. The fact that I kept the interference on like an idiot is the reason why Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman were a part of CX Wrestling one time. You know, I should probably turn it off and probably have it so that I do the interference manually. Like I kind of did with when a match was supposed to be Randy Tyrone versus Orion. Who's going to come on the feet? No. Reggie just attacks Randy Tyrone. Tries to go for Orion. Just, it's a good segment. Probably one of the segments I'm proud of. Probably wouldn't care if I just completely redid the whole thing and you reuse footage for it. In fact, no, I probably wouldn't use footage. I would do the entire thing again. But anyway, 8, if I'm correct. No, not. The Intercontinental Championship match was Matthew versus Max Nagara. Max Nagara wins, if I'm correct. Right. So Matthew had a short stint with the title. So shortest stint if he even won that. Well, revenge. So well done, Aiden. You know how they're gonna book competent champion. Here's a cookie. Intercontinental Championship. Bryan Adams versus Phoenix. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not gonna matter, but when Bryan Adams performed the springboard move on Phoenix, Phoenix's head landed on the announce table, so I decided to play it off that Phoenix got concussed, so the title had to be vacant. So I had Adon versus Bryan Adams for weeks. They swapped, and the first match, which was at the next review, ended in a count out, and the title couldn't swap by count out. So then Adon came back to the ring, and the match restarted. Rolled him up a small package, 1, 2, 3. Adon wins now. He's like, oh, you skipped some stuff. I know. I'm going to come back to the match just then. See, World Heavyweight Championship again. Aiden versus Jack again. Aiden wins again. Why did I have this match? Now I had a 10th anniversary show, which the matches were Orion versus Benjamin Darker. Orion won by disqualification. After Dorgor or some of the old gods took Orion out of the ring in front of the referee. So let's have a match of Warzone where I'll get into that later. And let's see what else, if I could think of something. If the next match, I think I had a cruise. I think I had the Cruiserweight Championship match here or something. I don't know. I'll have to check up on it, but it's not gonna matter because it's old series. So I don't have to mention it again. Since it's a reboot. And also, let's see. Then you had the Tag Team Championships, which were Nick and Riley versus the Brotherhood again. In the Intercontinental Championship, I think Max Nagara actually won here or something. Actually, I don't know. I'll have to check up on it. Then you had Aiden Carr versus Leonard Murphy. Good match, but then Native wins, predictable. Then on Warzone, only have some of the same matches again. And I think it previously mentioned Adon versus Bryan Adams match. I think I even had Randy Tyrone versus Reggie on the card or something. And then, and on, I think it was made. It was yeah, it was made of top. Then the Warzone main event, which was pretty much Survivor Series, which that's what Warzone is, and it was Orion with mystery partners who were Nero Zero, Michael Devlin, and Unknown. No, I don't mean Unknown as in I don't know what wrestler was. I mean the wrestler was just called Unknown. All which I plan to redebut because yes, they're all pretty much demons. Nero Zero, based on Finn Balor. Unknown, Kane, but it's kind of a bit with twist. And Michael Devlin, based on the non-demon Finn Balor, even though he has a bit of demon inside him. So against the Old Gods, which consist of Benjamin Darker, Dorgor, Goliath, and Maverick, who's Maverick's pretty much Braun Strowman in the whole group. Even down to the fact that his finisher is the goddamn Power Slam. And at the next pay-per-view, I'm going to skip some parts. It's the World Championship match was Brandon Anderson versus Adrian Carr. Now this is the reason why I kept Brandon Anderson, because in the old series he was a world champion. Yeah, then next pay-per-view again, then New Year's Havoc. And this is a 2-hour pay-per-view, but this was a disaster in my opinion. Because it was 2 hours, but that's the only reason I had extra hours because of the Iron Man match. Because nowadays I'll probably do 30 minutes at most. The match here was 60 minutes, meaning it was an hour long. I had to edit out the pausing, which means, and I almost never made this. It's because at the time my laptop before I uninstalled all the games I had on Steam barely had enough storage. Basic, and the match card was bad. I mean, this is when 3Y was almost thing when I tried to do the brand split. There's a reason I'm not doing it now anymore. It's because I've managed one brand rather than a bunch of shows. Sure, maybe the total only have 3 matches per show, but per non-pay-per-view show, but it works for the most part. I had Brian Adams, who was Cruiserweight Champion at the time, go up against Shane Wilder. Hey, remember when Shane Wilder there was a singles guy? Of course you don't. That's the very reason why I made them a tag competitor right away. If you don't know who Shane Wilder was, he's pretty much one half of the Rampage Chaos along with Lucas Fleischer. He's pretty much based on JBL. Oh, his finisher, the Lariat from Hell, is pretty much a clothesline from Hell, but a lot more stiffer. And he beats Brian Adams. Why did I book this match? It made no sense for me to book it in the first place. I mean, you had a bunch of other matches on the card, right, Aiden? No. You could have just, you had that Iron Man match. You could have just removed this one. In fact, you should have made a pre-show and put this on there. Or have not made the match at all. But, then I had Lucas Decision crowning the new champions on this very night. I had the CX Wrestling Women's Championship, which at the time was only a new thing, rather than, it's a common done deal with CX Wrestling like I did a reboot. And basically, the contenders were Eve Centaur, it was Eve Centaurus, which I'm bringing back, Gerwin, who I probably will be bringing back, Rebecca Branda, who I'm definitely bringing back, and who was known, and the formerly known Sophia Silver, who if she returns, will probably be known as Sonya Silva, because of Sophie, in the new series. And And Gerwin won like I wanted to. It was an okay match, but that was only because there was mostly CPU. And then, and I shot myself in the foot by crowning the world champion of VY on this card. It was Levi Johnson versus Drake McIntyre first. Says, oh yeah, I forgot to mention Drake McIntyre. Like Drake McIntyre, oh definitely was world champion. Drake McIntyre hero. Levi Johnson win with an clearly edited rope or crossbow finish. After he reversed the volcanic eruption. It's a cool edit, but kind of killed the suspense, and especially when it was a clearly edited bit, so that it removes Drake McIntyre from the equation. So then next match, I think it was Iron Man match next. If I'm skipping the match, it doesn't matter. It was Brandon Anderson versus Aiden Carr for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now this was on and on and on and on and on, and Brandon Anderson came out the winner. The next match at Fury, I think, we had debut of Jordan Maddox. I swear at the time had a shit team song. Remember that where we had the metal version of Jack Gallagher's old theme, but it was edited, so we had the evil laugh and the thing. It was a train wreck of a theme song. And basically, yeah. He just decided it was just. I'd probably make his gimmick at the time, and probably will still be, is that it's kind of like combination of Neville and Brian Pillman, as he's completely loose cannon. So I decided to show that by in his first ever appearance, he just attacks Renegade for no reason, which is set up in the match. Now he won clearly, and he attacked Renegade afterwards. This was a good showing, but as you can see by the fact I made. But he didn't last very long in the CX brand before being transferred to VY. Since my United Kingdom division, which I'm still planning on, which I'm bringing back for New CX Wrestling, needed at the time was only accepting England wrestlers from England, and nowadays it's going to accept people from Ireland, Scotland, and England now. Like how my American champion, which we'll get into. We'll have Canadian, and Mexican, and American, and Africans. For Canadian and Mexico, they're on the same islands, and African, the term African American. Just don't ask why. So then, and I think Michael Devlin won the Intercontinental Championship from Max Nagar on this night. And if I'm correct, I think Los Nash Bros defeated the Brotherhood in the match, and it was an embarrassing defeat, like instant stunner from Zach Nash to Nate Doctor as soon as he got in the ring. 1, 2, 3, bit of a train wreck. Well done, Aiden. Way to book your friend strong by feeding him to the team that they eventually defeat in a similar fashion, even though they defeat him in a more sense-making way. Because here they just lost to Nate Doctor as soon as he got tagged in, lost to a stunner. Well, in the new series, Vega Nash tagged in and got hit by Nate Doctor's signature. Then he got one of Nate Doctor's finishers, then got hit by a tag team finisher. And then 1, 2, 3, and well, Zach Nash said is Vega Nash is weak. He's still a lot stronger than he was he's still a lot stronger than he's still a lot stronger than Nate Doctor was in the old series. One single stunner, that's it. 1, 2, 3. And yes, Nate Doctor has possibly 8 finishers at most. Don't ask why. So, yeah. And, oh yeah, by the way, if I'm... No, it's not on this night. Almost... Then, and I'm not going to go into the main event because it's obvious what the match was. It's Aiden Carr versus Brandon Anderson. Brandon Anderson won. And it's going to happen for the next pay-per-view, so don't bother covering it. The next pay-per-view, I decided to bring Chris Danger. Now, the reason why I did this was just to spike in use so I can give excuse to put Chris Danger in tags or something. But if I go back now, I think it's probably not even close to my most viewed video on the channel or the most viewed video in CX Wrestling history. So basically, it was all for nothing. So basically, I just debuted him just to be a part of the promotion. Now, in the reboot, will I include Chris Danger? I'm going to say most likely not. Here's why. It's probably because it's probably because Chris Danger was probably not going to recognize it as official anyway. So it's probably going to be, oh, this thing doesn't happen. This thing is part of fiction, and which Chris Danger's part kind of bit like that too. But you know what I mean. So I wanted. So I didn't want to break the immersion up by having Chris Danger come out openly and denounce it. So basically, if Chris Danger is watching that video and he comes to this video next and he comments down below or something saying something, I probably will respond and like, and if Chris Danger, if you watch the video, I am sorry. Yes. Should have asked, but don't know if you're going to be angry anyway. So, yeah. Even though I don't think he's the type of person to get angry. Basically, and he faced off against Leonardo Murphy. They both looked strong. It was a decent match, actually. And then that's not much covered left. So then, oh yeah, by the way, this pay-per-view was the singles match debut of Maverick, who squashed Andre Armstrong, who was replaced in Jake Paul, because Andre Armstrong, even though he's weaker, is a better person to book than fucking Jake Paul. So then the next night, Brandon Anderson attacks Chris Danger, just set up for a World Championship match. If you want to see those, but then we have some matches. Then we have some stuff on. Then I was planning to make Payday pay-per-view, which is pretty much winning the night, but then it never happened. Reason why being was because of the laptop storage. Now I didn't continue it since because it was laptop storage, so I decided to reboot the entire series just because it's badly booked anyway. And I would have booked it better. Now what would have happened if it was still continuing today? I would have probably opened the Americans. I probably would have had 4 brands. Probably would have been a disaster, which would have been CX, VY, BDL, and NRG. CX would have had the World Heavyweight Championship, the Intercontinental Championship. All brands would have the Tag Team Championships, I think. And all brands would have the Women's Championship. And CX Wrestling would have a Cruiserweight division. VY would have had a United Kingdom division. In the World Championship. All-Star Championship. NRG would have had the Undisputed Championship. The Television Championship, the United States. No, I'm thinking something wrong. NRG would have had the BDL would have had Universal Championship, Television Championship, and the United States Division. United Kingdom Division for VY. And NRG would have had an Undisputed Championship. Don't know what secondary title I would have had for it. But it probably doesn't matter now since it's never gonna happen. And they would have had and they would have had, and hang your head in shame, a hardcore division, because every brand needed a division for some reason. Having the cruiserweights be a division for Raw didn't work out for them. So now having it in one brand, and divisions are not forced like they are in the old one. So for cruiserweights, they have the option for pursuing the cruiserweight championship, but they also, with the exception of the women's champion, they can just pursue whatever championship they want. And United Kingdom Championship, rather than being exclusive to English people, it's now exclusive to English people, Irish people, and Scottish people. American Championship, rather than being exclusive to just America alone, Canadians can get it, Americans can get it, Mexicans get it, and African Americans can get it. Though I probably would have had African American people get it regardless. Hardcore division, not gonna happen. Why? Because that's one extra time to take care of, and not every and I can't just have a hardcore match every time. Kind of kill off the hardcore championship. Now, if you want to see what, and I was planning to have this so long until I got to the point where I made the Heart of Destiny pay-per-view. But I doubt I'll make it there for the new reboot. But if I do, I'll promise you it will be the most stacked card you'll ever see. Now, if you want to see how they would have turned out if I still kept continuing CX Wrestling, I'll include a link to the playlist below where I'll have matches is like those. You'll see how it would have turned out, but unfortunately fate would have it that some of those wouldn't have happened anyway due to plans, and so but spoiler alerts, Chris Danger wins the champion. Drake McIntyre wins the championship from Levi Johnson, but then catches in on by the payday winner of VY, who was Paul Agony, even though I didn't want it to be. The payday winner of CX would be, and if I remember this correctly, I think it was Matthew, but it probably doesn't matter anymore because he probably didn't get catch at all in the first place. Then Chris Danger won the CX Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship from Brian Anderson, who then he lost in the next pay-per-view. Then the next pay-per-view after that, he would have had a triple threat match for it. Then, like in the previous mentioned pay-per-view, I was going to have two different pay-per-views, but then I decided again, it's possibly I think, so Levi Johnson would title back in another triple threat, and Jack would have challenged the World Heavyweight Championship at Chaos Rumble, which was pretty much a Royal Rumble that he would have lost. Then Chaos Rumble would have happened, and Frank Aiden was supposed to be winner, but Frank winner. So his plan was if it was not Aiden, it was going to be a VY heel, and technically it's Frank Death, who then lost? Who then ultimately lost the Heart of Destiny? Eve Centaurus won the women's championship from Girl Rin at Heart of Destiny. I planned a Nero Zero versus Jack Townsend match at Heart of Destiny just so I can have the RKO spot happen. You know that RKO spot where Seth Rollins goes for the curb stop, but then it's completely fucked by an RKO. Like, I'm not gonna show it here because of copyright reasons, but long story short, goes for a curb stomp, gets his legs swept out on from, gets the foot they had in Seth Rollins' head swept out from under him, and gets RKO'd. We've all seen it. It's an epic moment. And also, the main event and will be Aiden Carr versus Brian Anderson, who Aiden Carr, after losing to Brian Anderson so much many times, would finally gain the championship back. Then at the Heart of Death at Warzone 2, Keith Malloy and Divine Wolves would try to go up again, and Snagger or Dynasty, who are Max Nagura, Tony Nagura, and Jason Nagura, who made a tag team because Tony Nagura's team was copyrighted to the point where if I tried to put the team on him, it would get blocked worldwide or in certain countries. And I hate the fucking copyright system of, oh, if this thing it's copyrighted, you have to block it in these countries. Fuck that. If Article 13 deletes all my videos, this is probably going to be the only time where fines is the answer. I'm not joking. Like, everyone who's in charge is probably getting more retarded as time goes on. I mean, only retards would accept Article 13, and it got accepted. So joke's on you. Everyone on top is retarded. So Max Nagger wins the matchup being Lone Survivor, defeating Keith Malloy. Which I don't know if this match would have happened anyway because of the bullshit that happened, which I'm not gonna get into because it's a bit private. Do you remember the rant we had with the V footage in the background? You do? Come to my house. I have a tire iron with your name on it, so you can fucking forget it. Personal information. You need to forget it, you bitch. But anyway, then the next very pay-per-view, the BDL brand would have Rampage Chaos defend their championship against the UKSA, which is pretty much a team consisting of Jordan Maddox and Akam End, which I plan to bring back or debut, and Maddox by Sonya Silver, and that team wins. If I forget more, let me know. Oh yeah, there were BDL matches including Ryan Black against Brian Adams and against who was it? Lars Mahal. But that's all I can remember. And those matches are pretty good actually. Take them watch. The link's in the description, but yeah, but the whole series is not going to continue. So basically, yeah. The new series is going to continue hopefully into next year's game. That's me being optimistic, of course, but yeah. But anyway, it's been your boy AuraDragoon here, signing out, and hope you enjoyed the new series wrestling because the old ones ain't coming back.